Hi pilots, in this video I'm going to show you how to set up your multi-protocol radio for HC era helicopters. As an example, I will use my Bell 206 helicopter and I will make a setup on my Radio Master TX16S. So, after this video, after the complete setup, we will have radio setup like this. SF switch will be throttle cut. SB switch will be for binding the helicopter to the radio. SC switch will be the same as here for speed modes. So speed mode 1, speed mode 2, speed mode 3. And that's it. So guys, this video will be quite long, so you have to be prepared for that because I will cover everything here. So let's begin. First, we have to click here and select model. Next, we have to click here, new model, blank model, okay. Now, we have to click here again and go to model settings. We have to name the model. So let's, in our case, I will type Bell 206. Labels, favorites in my case, and helicopters, but you will set up to your liking. Now I have already uploaded the picture for this Bell 206 on my SD card, so I will choose that picture, Bell 206 with background. Next, we have to go down to internal RF. We have to turn the multi-protocol module on. Next, we have to go here to the right and choose E129 protocol. And here in RF protocol, we have to choose C186. Now, guys, if you don't have these options here, so C186, that means that your multi-protocol module is not up to date, so you have to update it. And I'm not going to show you in this video how to do that. I will just post the link to the video which shows you how to do that. So in the video description you will have the link to that video, and when your multi-protocol module will be up to date, you will have this option to choose. So we have to have written this multi E129 and RF protocol C186. We have to go down and turn on bind on channel, and that's it. Here we have to go back. We have to go now down to timer 1. Click on it. I usually don't name the timers because I don't want to lose my time there. Mode for timer. Throttle. That means that when the throttle will be positioned more than -100%, the timer 1 will automatically start to count up from 0. And I usually set up my timer so that it calls every minute that has passed. So the radio will tell 1 minute, 2 minutes, and so on. And that's it for the timer. Next, what we can do is we can click here telemetry, and we will set up the widgets now. Usually I do this like this. I click here on the left and click setup widgets. I can click on the roller now and select widget, and I go down to value, okay, and click on it. Next, I click on source and choose battery. Okay, click on it. You can change the color here from, let's say, black to white. Okay. Now, if I go back, return, I have the voltage of my radio's battery here. I usually like to see that. Next, we have to go here again, telemetry. And in this middle position, we will click setup widgets, okay? Now you have this dotted frame here, and we click on this. Click on setup widgets, and model, we go down to model info. Now to choose model info, I can click on roller or I can click here. It doesn't matter, it's the same thing. Now I will go back and you will see the name of the helicopter and the picture. Now we can choose this widget, click on it, and we will go down so that the timer will be displayed here. Back, you can see timer, and we will click on here also, select widget, and usually I do it like this to select outputs here. Click on it and back. Next, I usually go and open another widget here on the right. Come on. And I will click add main view. Okay. Now a new view has been created, and I will go to this one here. Click on it, and I will choose full screen here. Full screen. Okay, you see. And now I can go, I can click here, setup widget, click on this, select widget, and I will go to outputs and back. And back once again. Okay, so what we have done so far is that on the main screen we can see the battery of the radio, timer 1, 4 outputs, just 4 outputs, and the picture of our helicopter. And if we press here on this, you will see another screen here. On this screen we have 18 channels to be seen. Okay, we will need this later on, but just so if I go back, I'm back on this screen, and I've pressed on this one, you see. Now let's finish the timer, because look, as I said before, if the throttle or collective pitch stick is more positioned more than -100%, the timer starts to count up. But now at this moment we can not reset this timer. Okay, so we will make that option now to be able to reset the timer. Okay, so we have to go here, model settings, and here special functions. Okay, special function 1, yes. Okay, now we will assign a switch SF. That's the same switch as it will be used for throttle cut. We will also use it for timer reset. So when we will hit throttle cut, the timer 1 will be reset to 0. So let's do that. We click on this, and now at this point we have to assign switch SF at the up position, that will mean that when the switch SF will be in up position, the timer will go to 0. So you see, if I toggle the switch, it changes the position, but we want this switch to be up, and then we click on this roller to select it. Okay, next what we have to do is go down and click on this and reset. We have to choose reset. Okay, timer 1, yes, and we have to enable it. Okay, so you will see we can go back now, and we will check if this works. So look, to be able to fly our helicopter, we will have to position throttle cut off, okay, and then we will be able to turn on the motors. Okay, now let's see, when we will fly our helicopter, the throttle stick will be above -100%, and then immediately timer 1 will count up. Okay, but then we will land the helicopter. The timer will stop counting, and when we will land the helicopter, we will also push this position switch SF up for throttle cut, and our timer will go to 0. You see? Now, as I said, this switch SF, when it will go from this position to up position, it will also shut the motors off. And we want that our radio will tell us that we have hit throttle cut. So let's set up this. Model settings. Special functions. Special function 2. We have to assign a switch, so we have to toggle it. You see? When this switch will be in up position, then we choose it here. Next, what we want here is that our radio will tell us that we have hit throttle cut. Okay, so we have to click here, play track. Next, we have to choose which track our radio has to play, and it has to be throttle cut or engine off. It doesn't matter, something like this. So let's say throttle cut. Okay. Throttle cut. Okay, you see? And now I can select this by clicking on the roller, or I can press here. Let's see if this works. Okay, it works. Now, on these helicopters, throttle cut is on the channel 6, so we have to make another special function here. We have to assign the same switch again, so we have to click here and move this SF switch to a position again, and click on it again here, and we will do that like this. Then when this switch will be up, the channel 6 will be overridden to plus 100%. and we have to enable it. You will see. That means that when we will click, when we will push this switch up, channel 6 will go from 0. We can see that here, like when I push this stick up, the channel 6 will go from 0 to 100%. That means that all the motors on the helicopter will be off. Guys, I know if you are a beginner at setting up this radio, multi-protocol radios with EdgeTX, this is a lot, you know, but when you do this multiple times, you will see that it's not that hard. So let's go further. Next, what we can do next is we go here and we will click model settings again, and now we will go to mixers. We will go down with the roller and we will activate channel 16. Oh, this was a mistake. I have to delete this. And I have to go down and choose channel 16. Click on it. Okay. Channel 16 is now enabled. Now I usually, you can write here bind, for example, bind. Okay, bind. So channel 16 will be for binding the radio to the helicopter. So we have to go down to source. And oh, we have to go down to, to source, okay. And we have to cycle SB switch now to this position. And we will choose it by clicking here. So you can see SB switch now goes from -100 to +100. Okay. Next, what we have to do is go back, model settings, and to special functions again, because we want that our radio will tell us that when we switch this SB switch to this position, it has to tell us bind. Okay, so we have to make this in special functions. We have to choose special function 4, click on this, and now we have to cycle the switch to this position, and we have to choose it. Okay, next what we have to do is go down and play. We have to choose play track. Click on this, go down, and we have to see bind option here, bind. Okay, I will choose that. You see? When we will toggle this switch to this position, our radio tells us that it will bound itself to the helicopter. Okay. Now, at this point, we can go to mixers again. Next, what we have to do is we can set up flight modes here, or let's say speed 1, speed 2, speed 3. Okay, so to be able to do this, we have to first copy channel 2, channel 3, and channel 4. Let's do that. To copy channel 2, we have to choose it here and go down, copy. Next, we have to click on it again. And now we have to press paste after. You can see channel 2 has been copied, but we have to repeat this process once more time. Copy, click on it again, paste after. Okay, so channel 2 for the aileron has been copied 2 times. Now we have to go up to the first aileron option, edit, and we have to go here, and you see speed modes, how this works on multi-protocol radio. It's basically dual rates, you know. When this switch will be, you know, up position, totally from up, you see, like this will be speed mode 1, the slowest option. So we have to lower this weight to, let's say, I will choose 80% of maximum, 80%, okay? And I have to go down now, press on this, and toggle the switch from whatever position to most up position, you see? Okay, like this. And when it's in this position, I can choose it. Okay. Next, I have to go back. And I have to go down to, and now we will set up speed mode 2. Have to click on it. And now we will set up 90%. I have to assign the same switch again, but now it has to be in the middle position. You see, I will put it in the middle position. You see, that's up position. Now it is in middle position. And when it is in the middle position, I can choose it. And that will be speed mode 2. We have to go back now and choose the third one for the aileron. Click on it, edit. And the third one will be speed mode 3, the fastest option. So it has to be at 100%. So all I have to do here is I have to assign this switch in this position. Okay, and when it is at this position, I can click on it. So you will see, if we can see this, if it works. To see if it works properly, we have to go back, and now let's see aileron. When I'm in speed mode 1, and if I move my aileron stick to the maximum position, let's say to the right, it goes only to 80% when we are in speed mode 1. Okay, let's see what happens if I push this SC switch to the middle position, that is speed mode 2. You see, speed mode 1, speed mode 2, speed mode 3. So, aileron stick pushed all the way to the right side. But if we are in speed mode 1, it goes only to 80%. If we are in speed mode 2, it goes to 90%. If we are in the highest speed, that is in speed mode 3, it goes to the 100%. And this is how actually this works. Okay, but so far we have made these speed modes only for aileron. The elevator still goes to 100%, no matter where this SC switch is. So we have to set up the aileron also and the rudder. So let's repeat this. We have to go to model settings. Oh, my hand is shaking as I have to hold this phone. So forgive me if it's a little bit shaky. So we have to go to mixers again, mixers, And now we have to go down. And we have to copy 2 times aileron, elevator. So we have to click on it. We have to go copy. We have to click on it again and paste after. We have to click on it again and copy. And click on it again and paste after. So let's see. 3 options for aileron, just like we have on for the elevator, just like we have done for the ailerons. Now we have to repeat the same process again. So we have to go to the first one, click on it, edit, and we have to go down, make it down to 80%. We have to assign a switch. As you know, we have to go to cycle it, and now we have to go to up position. So we have this option, up. Click on it, and that's it. We have to go back, go down, click, edit, go down, and now for speed mode 2 we have to be in 90%, and for the switch position we have to be in the middle. Okay, we have to choose the middle now, and that's it for the speed mode 2. Speed mode 3 has to be at 100%. Ooh. What happened? What happened now? I'm sorry. I have to edit it, and we have to be at 100%, and we have to assign a switch at this position. You see this? I have to click on it, and that's it for the elevator. Let's check it if it works. Elevator, let's say all the way to me. Speed mode 3, speed mode 1, 80%, as you can see. 80% channel 3, speed mode 2, 90%, speed mode 3, 100%. So as you can see, it works for the elevator as well. Now we have to set up the rudder also the same way. We have to click on this model settings, mixer. We have to go to channel 4. You see, when I accidentally already copied once, but I have to copy one more. I have to go here, edit. No, I have to go here, click on it, copy. Click on it again, paste after. So we have 3 options now. I have to choose the first one now and go back down, weight 80%. Now I will set up this to 80%, but you will fly the helicopter later and you will see if you have to lower or increase this percentage to suit your liking, you know. Now I have to assign a switch, and this switch for the flight mode 1 or the speed mode 1 has to be in the up position. When it is in up position, I can choose it like this. Back, go down. You probably know what will be the value here. 90%. Okay, 90%. Switch, where the switch has to be in the middle position. Okay, SC switch in the middle position, and now I can click on it. I have to go back, and we have to set up the flight mode 3. That is 100%, but the switch has to be at this position. Click on it, and that's it. Now we have set up all 3 speed modes. Speed mode 1. Let's check. I will push the rudder stick all the way to the right side. In speed mode 1 has to be 80%, in speed mode 2 90, and in speed mode 3 at 100%. You see, everything works. But we want that our radio will tell us when we are in speed mode 1, speed mode 2, and speed mode 3. Okay, we have to set up this in special functions. So we have to go here, model settings, special functions. We'll have to go down to special function 5 in this case. Click on it. Now we have to assign a switch. Now when this SC switch will be in the most up position, I have to choose it. Click on it. And I have to go down to play track. Okay. Now what we want is that when this switch will be in the most up position, our radio has to say to us flight mode 1. Okay, I have to go down. Where are flight modes? Flight mode. Follow. Here, it's like this. So we have to choose FM1, okay? Let's see if it works.
Flight mode 1.
Okay, it works. But now it works only for flight mode 1.
Flight mode 1.
We have to set up flight mode 2 and flight mode 3 also. So we have to make another special function. We have to assign a switch in the middle position in this case for the flight mode 2. I have to choose it by clicking on it. Function will be play value, play track. Okay, play track. And now I have to choose as a value FM2. Flight mode 2.
Flight mode 1. Flight mode 2.
Okay, we have to set up the flight mode 3 now. Special function 7. Click on it. Switch has to be in this position. Click on it. Function play track. Okay. Value has to be FM3. Okay. FM3. Let's see if now it works.
Flight mode 1, flight mode 2, flight mode 3, flight mode 2.
It works. This is for binding.
Binding.
This is throttle cut.
Throttle cut.
Okay, our radio tells us everything now. And I'm thinking, you see, now things should work. But you see, if you are used to fly with Expo, you have to set it also. So Expo, I will show you how to do this. This is not necessary to do, but if you wish, you can do it. So I will show you how to set up Expos. Model settings, mixer. To set up Expo, let's say we will set up 10% Expo for all 3 channels, that is for rudder, elevator and aileron. To do that, we have to click on this, edit, and we have to go here, you see, curve. We have to change it to Expo. And you set the Expo value that you would like to use, let's say 10%, okay. But in this case, what I have done is I have done 10% Expo just when I will be in flight mode 1. When I will be in flight mode 2 or 3, it won't be any Expo. If you want to have Expo in flight mode 2 also, you have to go to here, you choose flight mode 2, and repeat the same process, you see, Expo and 10%. You see, look, now you know how to do this, okay? I'm not going to set up the expos for all the other channels because that will take too much time, okay? And this video is already about 35 minutes long, so now you know how to do it, okay? If you want to use it, expo. So let's see if now everything works. I will turn on the helicopter, okay? It's a little hard to film and think, and so, you know, everything at the same time. So let's see. I have turned now the helicopter on, as you can see. What we want to do now is we want to see if the bind switch works. Let's see.
Binding.
It works, you see? Now it doesn't matter where this switch is positioned. You can put it back. Now, before you will start flying your helicopter, you have to position the SF switch to down position, okay? Because this is throttle cut. You have to, this switch has to be in down position, okay? Otherwise, nothing will work. So let's start the helicopter now. Oh no, even before that, we have to see if, you see, when I increase the pitch stick, the pitch on the helicopter increases, you see? So this is okay. If I push elevator stick forward, swash plate has to go to the right direction. You see? If I push forward, you see? It goes forward, you see? And I push backwards, it goes backwards. That's okay. Next, if I put the helicopter like this, and if I
1 minute.
push the aileron stick to the left side, this blade has to go in this way. It goes, you see? Increase pitch, lower the pitch. So it works. Now it is, I think it is safe to turn on the motors. And you turn on the motors, you see, like this. Okay? Now we will check if the throttle cut works. It works, you see? Everything works. We can check. We can check if, so let's say this, as I said before the flight, you have to put this SF switch down. And you see, when you will turn on the motors, you will have to be able to fly. You will have to put this throttle stick, you know, up. So the value for the channel 1 will go from -1 to more than -100. And when this value will be more than -100, the timer will automatically start counting. Okay, and then you will land your helicopter. You will push the collective pitch or the throttle stick down. The timer 1 will stop counting. But when you will press throttle hold or throttle cut, the timer will go from whatever the value will be to 0. You see, it works. If you want to see more channels than this, you have to press here. And now you can see, you know, the binding button, the binding switch is on channel 16, you see? The binding is activated when the channel 16 goes from -100 to +100, you see? Now, channel 6 is this switch, you see? And I toggle this switch, throttle cut switch. Channel 6 goes from 0 to 100%, and that stops the motors. You can see. I will activate the motors again. And now look at channel 6. It goes from 0 to 100%, and the motors stop spinning. Okay, guys. I'm thinking let's make a short takeoff, okay? So you will be able to see that everything works. Okay.
Throttle cut. Flight mode 1.
You see, it works. Okay, guys, this video is already more than 40 minutes long, so I really hope that you have learned something from this video. I hope that it was helpful, and I'm thinking if I have forgotten something. Okay, I have not forgotten, but I intentionally didn't set up automatic takeoff and landing switch. I could, but I don't use that because it can quickly happen that you accidentally switch this, you know, auto takeoff switch, and the helicopter flies, you know, accidentally in your house. So I don't want that. But if you really want, I can make another video just to show you how to add that functionality in the radio. Okay. Okay, guys, so that's it. Okay, I have to tell you this. I have set up this radio this way for the Bell 206 helicopter, but all this, you know, this setup now can be used on all RC era helicopters. Okay, not just Bell 206. You can use this setup for all RC era helicopters. Okay, guys, that's it. I wish you happy flying, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.